What's your most treasured memory of your time with City?
Of City, there's many. I mean, it was a completely different club to what it is now. So you would never. Success then wasn't judged by winning trophies and thing. It was just about a case of surviving at times. Because we did have financial difficulties. We had difficulties in terms of we got relegated at one stage. But I think for me the most enjoyable aspect and going back to it now when I do go back is just the people that I met there, and all that side of it was brilliant, and that was where our success was how strong that the bonds that we built in the sides and how we performed as a team every season really rather than individual performance or individual games.
I was watching Juventus this season. They gave a masterclass away at the Nou Camp against Barcelona, but I even wonder, would the likes of Chiellini and Bonucci be able to look good in that City defence at the moment?
It's very difficult because it's a big ask, and especially you have some sympathy even at times for the goalkeeper, because he is put under pressure to try and pass the ball out, and with that you end up stretching yourself, and people are in the wrong position because they're so interested in making a right pass instead of getting into the right position, and it's very difficult, I think, for any defender, and that's why I know John Stones has made certain mistakes, but he's always been the one who's come out and spoke to the press after games, and he's been very good in that sense, and he's never shied away, and I think the more they do it, hopefully they will improve. But I think for them to improve, I think it's that sitting midfielder role as well that they need maybe to help with.
Well, what do you miss most about football since you retired?
For playing it, the competitiveness, I suppose you miss. You can't replace, like, I play football with my friends and stuff like that, but that actual edge of trying to compete against people and
does it come back the odd time now if you're playing five-a-side?
Yeah, but it's just not there. The same thing isn't there because the level of player that you play against in the Premier League or international football, it's always a test every week, and that's what I enjoyed, was being competitive and trying to do your best against the best players in the world.
Who was the best player you ever played against?
There's been so many, you get players on certain days and they're untouchable, but in terms of constantly in the Premier League, well, as a football fan, I've been lucky that there has been so many good players, but as a defender, having to play against the likes of Shearer, Van Nistelrooy, Henry, Robbie Fowler when I was starting out, the list is endless, and I think to single anyone out is very difficult. But in the last few years that I was playing, I think when we came up against Man City and Aguero, that was very difficult because for me he's the best striker around.